Midget Mike. Yes, we are late as usual. And check this out, man. Let's get it started.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you, I'm out.
A pack of zigzags, my favorite bag of stash. A funky field tip and a little bit of hash. Roll another one, son. I don't wanna come undone. This is how we do it every day. We travel around the sun. And it ain't no lie. Taking tokes at elevation get you so damn high. And if you ain't used to it, you gon' think you died. Scrambling your brains like your egg got fried. It ain't no mystery, yo, you can check the history. I'm smoking since 86, chopping like Mr. Lee. I leave them blistering, hot to the touch. Don't know what you be doing, but you're doing too much. Me and Mad Ways gonna blaze this shit up. Joints get lit up, plugs get hit up. These fuckers better sit up and take a little notice. My name is Graybeard, chillin' in the lotus.
Blaze it up, 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 smoke.
I'm the hash hole smoker, funky field roller, getting elevated on both sides of the border. Sticky weed hoarder, designated roller, no coasters. Light up big old joints like we supposed to. Pull up to Denver, I'm calling up Graybeard. I need the buds and a buzz like Lightyear. Smoke signals in the air, we right there. Hash in the J's, keep me mad in my ways. I used to smoke blunts, that was back in the day. Now it's Dr. Green Thumbs and Vibes Papers every time I get blazed. No pre-roll unless they roll with glass tips. We smoke all kills, no men gonna blaze it up wherever we go. I hit them up with that blue beard, highly whoa.
Blaze it up, 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 smoking. Blaze it up, 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 smoking.
Smoke one full. Welcome in. It is the usual suspect sesh. Yes. AKA the You Might Know Us podcast. We are the usual suspects. You are the usual suspects. You might know us, you might not. But after you leave and click, you won't forget us because you're going to be like, I ain't never watching these fools again. Or I got to watch this shit show again. Or,
Is
hey,
this
man,
crazy bitch?
this is, these are my people. Because all we're trying to do is find our people. And if we're not your kind of people, we understand, right? So check it out. Warning. The following program contains adult subject matter, adult words, adult conversations, and adult thoughts. Immature minds for people that are close to having AARP cards or having AAP cards, and you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gen X. It's your buzzer cousin GhostBoogie, but you know, as my kiddos call me, specifically my daughter, she's like, "You ain't no, you're an unk." I'm like, "What?" Yes, you're an unk. And I said, "All right, I'm not a cousin, then I'm an unk. All right, if I'm an unk, I'm the unk with the skunk or the unk with the funk. But either way, all
The
I'm going
skunk
to say,
funk.
look, Gen X radio, Gen X energy, better watch out. You better not cry, because we're going to say fuck off and put a middle finger in your eye. Becca Boo, how the hell are you?
What's up?
Merry
Is that a new
post-Christmas.
track?
Yeah, I freestyles it.
No, no,
That's
no.
not even. Oh, that?
With
That-
Graybeard and Madways, and is that a new track?
I think that's an unreleased track right now, man. He put it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
loaded up in the archives, and it's called "Blaze It Up," I think, right? And produced by Graybeard and Mad Ways, Bluebeard, one of our own usual suspects.
Oh yeah.
Want to give a big shout out to everybody. And Becca Boo again, 44 months. Damn, love you. Peace. Thank you so much for that.
That
44
happened
months.
like 2 weeks ago. It shows you how much I've been on Twitch lately.
She been like, fuck your channel.
Life, man.
No, I
Life
know.
been
Just
life
treat yourself. Yes. Yeah, I know.
got to, it's
Life
got
be
to.
life right now, man. Midget Mike's in the
Yeah.
house. Treat yourself is in the house. Much long. Me like you long time. I can't fucking say shit. Much love to you guys.
The
Yeah, I think that track
ADHD
is.
is ADHDing for the both of us tonight,
Hey,
y'all.
look, the tongue
Be
just is
prepared.
not working. This is.
Just we're gonna roll with it.
Mm. Man, speaking of
Rolling
rolling,
with the
man,
homies.
how look married post Christmas. Yesterday was Christmas. For those who celebrated, shout out to
Mm-hmm.
y'all. For those who didn't celebrate, shout out to y'all too. Shit, it's your prerogative, like Bobby Brown. You don't gotta Saint Nicholas to be down. You know what I mean?
Happy
So
Boxing Day.
happy Boxing Day for the people over the
From
fucking
Danny.
sea.
From Danny.
Yeah, Danny has CTE from boxing. That's why he's half fucking
Mm-hmm.
crazy, and he talks like he's from
This is true.
Australia. Hey, I was thinking about something I said on Monday just now. Melways was talking about how he was playing a game. He was playing a Hogwarts game, and like we were fucking with Danny, and something happened about fucking kids, and then it came off the wrong way, and I was like, well, yeah, that doesn't. It was inappropriate. It wasn't the right joke, and it didn't land the right way, especially with all these allegations and charges and shits that's going on in the world today. I ain't trying to be a part of none of that. Underage
Mm.
misconstruings. But anyway,
Jay Brown, don't get stuck, bro.
so he said Jay Brown, Virginia. Shout out to Jay Brown, Virginia, sitting on a bean bad. I'm thinking you said a bean bed, naked
I
eating
think it was a
Cheerios.
beanbag.
Yeah. Hey, look, is your beanbag stuck to the beanbag? Is the question, right? You know what I mean? Like,
But
you
I
got
read
swass,
that
man.
as
Look, I hope
Cheetos.
Cheerios, Cheetos, either way. Hey, look, I hope you got
And
a
I
towel
thought
down.
naked stuck on a beanbag with a bunch of fucking Cheeto dust.
That's
Just
what I'm
does
saying.
not
Like,
sound like a good time.
I hope you've got a towel and plenty of napkins, Jay Brown, Virginia, because, you know, and look, if you sitting just raw
Damn
on your
it.
beanbag, you know what I mean? Like, I hope you just got out the shower. Like, you ain't swassing up that beanbag and shit like that. And especially like if that beanbag is like not, it's loose fitting and it just starts to bunch up in different areas where it be bunching, and depending on how big of a fella you are, you know what I mean? It might be bunching up in some other areas and shit, and you just might be
All of a
funky.
sudden, you got beanbag and Cheeto dust in your ass crack.
And then all of a
You
sudden
got real problems.
and all of a sudden the spot in the area that you're habitating smells like hot dog water and spoiled bacon bits. You know what I'm saying? Hell, stuck in the crack of
He
your
said
tail. Hell
chicken
yeah.
crack was still. Damn it, man.
Look, man, that's not cool, man. Like, shake your tail feather, man. Have some respect yourself, man. Welcome in, Jay Brown. You're in the right spot. Freaking
Hmm.
Deeks and everybody. Freak folks, 80 through 80, blind, crippled, and
All of
crazy.
us.
We don't give a fuck. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's a podcast. And I'm sure Jay Brown, Virginia, I am assuming your state and your locale means that you're from Virginia, fam. So,
Hmm.
salute. Salute. So, Becca,
Cheers.
tell me,
Yeah.
what did y'all do for the holidays? Man, did you do anything fun, man?
Not much different. Hung at the house with mom
Yep, which is fun.
and made some food.
What kind of food did you eat, man? What'd you have? Tell us what
I
you
got
ate.
I got a really good tri-tip
Ooh, tri-tip,
and
huh?
uh-huh. And artichokes and baby
Mm.
potatoes.
Artichokes and baby potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
It's good.
Sounds good, man. That
Yeah.
sounds delicious. We had our Cajun fried turkey, and no, it was
Mm.
not from punk ass Popeyes. This was something for real, on God,
Why is
from someone
Popeye's
in the
punk ass?
neighborhood. I'm just saying, oh, they got that Popeyes turkey. No, the hell, I didn't get no damn Popeyes turkey. We have, we
I'm
have
told
someone
it's
in the
good
neighborhood.
out.
I listen, man. Everybody that's ever been over our house and ever had this turkey is like, if
Yeah.
you like turkey, you'll like this. And if you don't like turkey, I guarantee you'll like it. I guarantee it because I hate turkey. Let me be clear. I dislike turkey with a passion, especially because it is normally not
Mm-hmm.
prepared correctly and it's dry, and especially the white meat. I hate white meat. You know what I mean? Uh, I hate white meat so much that it was a shock when I married Mama Boogie. Everybody in the house was like, "What?" Anyway, that's a whole nother story. Um, so I uh I hate it because it's dry, man. Like I hate that texture, that dry ass texture, man.
Yeah.
You just kind of you gets all particly and you can't swallow it and shit. Like
You
pause.
just
But
pour a bunch of
like,
gravy on that shit.
man, I ain't trying to drown my food, man. But either way, this shit
Okay.
is so juicy and ridiculous, man. Like it is the most delicious bird you can eat.
Mm-hmm. So you deep fried it, yeah?
I didn't do shit, man. I told you we got
Ah,
that neighbor who's like
the
this master
neighbor.
barbecuer, like turkey fryer and award winning get downer as far as
Oh yeah.
culinary arts. Yeah. And he's been doing it for 10 plus years and
Nice.
it's been delicious. I mean, he does our Thanksgiving and Christmas turkey. And my son, because we were looking at possibly saving the turkey for later and getting a couple of steaks. And we went and asked my son what he wanted because I was all for like, hell yeah, I'm gonna grill some steaks. I get out because I mean,
Mm-hmm.
also it's been in the 70s and sunny here in Denver, Colorado, where it should be snowy
Same.
and white Christmas, right? It's all
Mm-hmm.
spring weather and shit out. So windows open and hearing this punk ass dog behind me bark that I want to shoot. I didn't say that on fucking live internet. I didn't say that. I'm not. I just that's a kid. That was a character.
Metaphorically.
Metaphorically, with my mind, I wish I could fucking explode its brain like 11. Hypothetically, allegedly, right? Either way, fuck that dog. Son of Sam is real. Uh, I
Damn.
we had that turkey, but my son, he wanted the turkey, so we didn't grill. I was like, damn. All
Mhm.
right, fuck it. We're not gonna have steaks. And then we streamlined it a little bit. Mama Boogie made basically the macaroni and cheese that I love, the yams, and believe it or not, man, everybody in my family, they like stovetop stuffing, fam.
I'm a Kinder's girl.
Kinder's is it the same type of
Hmm.
thing as stovetop?
Yeah.
Like my Mama Boogie is addicted to like Kinder seasoning. So there's a couple of Kinder
Hmm.
seasonings that she absolutely loves. So you mean to tell me Kinder's actually makes a stuffing like a box stuffing that you make like
Hmm.
stovetop?
Yep.
I have to tell my Mama Boogie about this, and she's about to. I know what we're going to be having here in a couple of weeks, if not like next time she goes to the stores, you can have some fucking Kinders dressing.
Yeah,
um,
it's
but
good.
either way, yeah. But instead of doing, I have a cousin who makes an amazing homemade stuffing,
Yeah.
like, and it's a stuffing that my grandmother had made and used to make, and I mean, we would get the bread and like open the bags up and get it stale overnight, or at least, and then I helped her multiple times, like, and even when my grandmother was alive, she when we had a lot of people, I mean, shit, I'm thinking like 12 dozen or a dozen, I'm sorry, a dozen loaves of bread. And we're just
Mm,
ripping them in
yeah.
pans. And she's make all of the extra stuff that goes on top of it. I'm not one for stuffing being cooked inside of the bird, because also I heard that that's something that can cause salmonella too,
Yeah.
especially if you don't cook it long enough.
You
But
gotta, yeah.
yeah, I'm like I don't need to be pulling stuff out of cavities. You know what I mean? Like, just make the bird, leave it alone. You know what I mean? But
Now, when I
that's what
make
we
a
did.
turkey or a chicken, I
Mhm.
will, I'm not doing like stuffing, right? I'm gonna
Mhm.
make a dressing to go with it, but
Well, I guess
I'll
it's
put
stuffing
like
and dressing. I
herbs
call it the
and,
same thing, right?
well, stuffing is
Come on, man.
literally
It's
stuffing the bird.
But nah, man. I mean, come on. It's stovetop stuffing, man. It's like you're just making it on the stove, and it's stuffing though. It's the stuffing and that being stuffing. I never even thought about it like
HR
that.
puff and
See, I
stuff.
think when you think about dressing, I'm thinking about, like, a lady undressing, or
Oh Lord.
because I'm a perv. Yes, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I apologize. Shit. Boo the man.
But
Boo the
like I'll
man.
put,
Boo the man.
fresh herbs, that kind of shit.
Well, that sounds great, but dressing herbs and spices. So you put extra herbs and berries in your shit
On the inside. Yeah.
on the inside of what?
On the inside of the bird.
Oh, okay. See, now ADHD. Here we go.
Yeah.
This is the ADHD podcast, y'all. In case you didn't know,
For
um,
real tonight.
yes, her and I both like ADHD as fuck.
It's
So
it's mhm.
all good, right? But man, like, straight up, I definitely looked forward to and ate a shit ton of cookies. I have ate a ton of cookies, Becca.
Mm,
Homemade cookies.
yeah.
I've ate so much cookies I've caused myself to pass out and shit.
That's not good.
Nah, man, it's not good. I mean, like, passing out because I've had too much sugar and I just be
Yeah, yeah,
falling
yeah.
asleep on the couch.
Right.
And I wake up and my family's still watching shit, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh man.
That
Ah,
sugar
but
crash and then the yeah. Mhm.
yeah. And then yesterday, what we did was, is we had food. Um, my family and we went to church, and I didn't catch on fire when I came in. I went inside
Wow.
for Christmas Eve,
Yeah.
and then we kicked it at the house, and had dinner, open presents, and watched football until
Mm,
it was time for Stranger Things, man. And we watched and binge watched. I guess it was 3 episodes. Yes, 3 episodes, and there's only one episode left that's going to drop on New Year's Eve.
that's yeah.
So, and we'll see, man. Like, so I'm representing Hellfire Club on Vecna and Nims. Shout out to fucking Eddie and shits holding it down, fucking playing
Oh
Masters
yeah.
of Puppets. Let's see here. Treat Yourself said I made a sugar frosted homemade sprinkles. I'm all
Yum.
cookies out too. Nah, I'm never out. Like, uh, listen, I am the cookie monster. Again, my mom just reminds me that I was a difficult and problematic child. I
Mm.
think it was because I was fucking fed in utero a mainline dose of a steady diet of fish sandwiches and Captain Crunch. So I had what you call in utero diabetes and shit. I came out with the cookie, and sugar. Plus, my mom's a
Mm.
sugar aholic. So my mom, all gas, no brakes, sugar. And growing
He
up, I
came
mean,
out
it was
talking about
sugar.
cookie.
Listen, I would have for breakfast, like, I remember, like, being like, I'm talking about straight up before preschool years,
Hmm.
preschool year type shit. I had my little, yeah, I'm talking about two type shit, two, three. Like I
Yep.
would remember like, you don't wake mom and dad up, right? So I'm gonna get in this fucking refrigerator. And I even think like 4 or 5, but six. Like this was the thing. I would for breakfast at like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning when I'd wake up, and my parents was like, "If you fucking wake me up," so I would get a big pitcher of Kool-Aid, pour myself a big old glass of Kool-Aid, and then grab all the cookies that was in the house because we had plenty of sugar. And I would just dip my sugar cookies in whatever Oreos or whatever, just in the fucking Kool-Aid that was made with crunchy sugar, and just crack out and wonder why I had like brain trauma. I don't know. Speaking of brain trauma, we've got this guy right here. We've got Jeff Deming
Hey.
Art. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. Good timing on that. Brain trauma. I knew right when you said it. I was like, oh man, I'm about to be brought in right on this one.
Uh-huh.
We got radio. Hey, where the fuck were you Monday, Mike?
Monday, man, I
Oh.
was still working. I got out at like 1:15 or something crazy, and I was like, all
We
right,
were still on.
I know, but you know how I do, shower, all the rest of it. And it was just insane, man. It's insane around here with the restaurants. So tonight,
'Tis
quiet
the
as a church
season.
mouse. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You
everybody's
guys were
kind of,
busy at all?
I mean, relatively, we were ready to be twice as busy as we were, which is why I'm already back
I
here
mean, it's a
so early
Friday
on
night,
Friday. Yeah, I
day
know. It's
after
crazy.
Christmas. You think people, this is definitely the night people like, I ain't cooking shit. You about to take me out and get me something to eat, girl. It's
Well, there's
like,
two other. I mean, everybody's like trying to figure out the magic code of like, are we going to be busy or not? And it really more is like people have leftovers. They have a ton of food that's already sitting around the house. Plus, they've already spent all this money. So why go out for a $300 dinner when you got food at home? Credit card bills are coming in 20 days or whatever. So I get it, man. I made my bag, and here I am.
hey man, salute.
Salute.
Yay.
Yeah. So Merry
I
Christmas.
never get to see your face. I'm excited.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Hi, Jeff.
All the good stuff. I actually spent New Year's Eve in a hotel.
Christmas
New
Eve?
Year's Eve or Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve. New Year's Eve hasn't been here yet.
In a
Uh,
hotel by choice?
no, not by choice.
Weather?
Yeah, I was.
What happened?
What happened was.
Mhm.
Damn it.
So I'm bebopping around the house, right? Yeah, I got the day off, Christmas Eve, chilling. It was actually 68 degrees here on Christmas Eve, so it was really, really nice. So I was getting out, you know what I mean? And so I'm doing this or that and whatever. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start a painting. I haven't started a new painting in a minute, so I went down to I lock the door upstairs. I go down and do some work down there. I'm in my t-shirt, my shorts. You know, it's having a lovely old time.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
And then I come back upstairs to use the bathroom, and put the key in the door, and it snaps off in my hand on Christmas Eve. So I didn't have a phone. I had my wallet. Luckily, I had a wallet in my pocket, so I was able to. That's how I felt. So yeah, like, I'm gonna murder somebody. So no, I'm standing there and I'm like, well, what the fuck do I do now, right? So yeah, I had no other choice. I was gonna sleep on the garage, and I was like, man, no.
Oh hell yeah.
Nah. Nah. So unfortunately, I didn't have my phone, so I couldn't like call a friend, right?
You didn't even have your phone. Like you didn't even go downstairs with your phone.
No. I got everything set up down there.
Just went down and you're like, I'm gonna fucking paint, bro.
Yeah, I got my laptop and a bowl, and that's all I had.
Yeah.
So
Do you do the
yeah,
naked,
man.
do you do the naked painting like the lady and the Lebrowski lady? You know what I mean? Like yeah, fucking fly by like cables.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
her nipples look like baby toes. Yeah, man. So this is me sober, by the way. If you've never seen me completely 100%.
Ringing the bell, damn it! We ringing the bell.
So I was painting. I was having a good old time, and then I was like, "Oh shit! It's Christmas Eve. I can't call anybody because like all the apartment people are out till Monday.
Out your ass, like."
Yeah. So yeah, and I mean, what was it? 12:30 a.m. on Christmas Eve. How are you going to get like a locksmith?
Do you have it on site? Like, what do you call those? What the fuck? What was the dude from Schneider from fucking One Day at a Time? He was what was the dude? What was his name though? The maintenance man, but he was superintendent.
Superintendent.
Oh yeah. The super.
Yeah.
Schneider.
So
that's how the chick was banging Schneider to keep rent free.
Yeah.
Take the good, you take them bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life.
Different show. Okay.
Yeah. There is an emergency superintendent, but there are 3 nights out of the year that they can't come out here. And Christmas Eve is one of them. So I was like, and New Year's Eve is another one. And I think the night of 4th of July or some shit.
Where'd you stay at?
I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express.
And you had you had your wallet, but you didn't have your phone.
Didn't have my phone, had my wallet, had my keys.
Why'd you have your wallet?
See, I have no idea. I didn't even plan on having my wallet for any reason
or break in.
I just had it on me. So to wrap up the story, next day I show up here and I call the number again and I'm like, hey man, I'm locked out of my house. And they're like, oh, well, you need to call a locksmith. And I was like, well, that's not really going to work because the key's broken off in the lock and I don't have another one. So they were like, I was like, should I break the window? And so that's what I spent the afternoon of Christmas Day doing, was breaking into my own house. I was able to, at least I have my wallet. I was like, oh my God. So I'm really lucky because like I have a front door that goes to my patio and then another door that goes inside. So I had access to my like little patio area, and which does have a window. So I was like, I'm going to smash this motherfucker. And before I did that, once I cut the screen out of I got a knife from downstairs, cut it out.
Why didn't you just
take the knife
and pop the screen out instead of cutting?
Yeah. So I just sliced it. I was like,
it's installed from the inside, right?
This shit.
It was actually, the screen was on the outside. So once I cut that out, I just pulled it out. And I was like, oh man, there's like this little area of weather stripping that I guess is just not in there. So I actually got my bolt cutters that I have just in case. And I just went opposite. I went opposite way with the bolt cutters. I was able to, first I got some needle nose pliers and I started like trying to make a little spot, like just a tiny little spot. And then once I got the bolt cutters in, I was able to lift them up, and the lock on the top of the frame just like literally popped out. And I was able to crawl through the window and
Without breaking glass. Nice.
no broken glass. Lily didn't do anything. So I'm like, oh, wow, what a guard cat I got over here. She was like, oh, hi.
What the fuck do you expect a cat to do
Not
in a home
Lily.
invasion situation? Like, let's
No,
just
Lily.
I-
If it was an orange cat, it would have been a different conversation.
Yes.
an
Yeah.
orange cat would have brought the smoke.
Yeah.
Have
Like,
you have you never seen? There's whole compilations of orange cats just being assholes.
They're vicious. Yeah. But Lily's old. She's like,
Yeah.
whatever. She's just looking at me like, huh?
Shout out to Garfield, man.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to walk in with the drama, but that was my Christmas, man.
No, that's great.
It was a little dramatic. I sliced the fuck out of my finger, and there was a
That's
chunk
not
of it
fun.
in there. So I went to the hospital and I got that removed.
God damn, dude.
I got 2 stitches in my finger coming off of the dislocated thumb. So yeah, my old right hand is not
Dislocated
doing.
thumb.
Yeah, I dislocated my
Listen,
thumb. I've been in the hospital twice in 2 weeks. So I'm like,
All right, bro. We gonna have to
I'm
teach
not
you how to
asking.
break into
I'm
a
not
window.
doing it. I'm waiting on the chat. I haven't looked yet. I haven't
I
looked yet.
know.
So anyway, that was my story of the night. Moving on. How was yours?
Uneventful.
I mean, we
Good.
have to break into our own shit at least. You know,
Right?
that's a great thing, right?
Hell yeah.
Made a tri-tip, artichokes, baby potatoes.
That's great.
Had leftovers tonight.
Yep.
Hmm.
Accident prone. That's for sure. Somebody was like, well, why didn't you call like family member? I was like, well, A, I didn't have my phone. And B, my whole family's in Europe. So my only other house key is in France right now.
Oh shit!
Just what do
You
you
know
do?
what you need
Oh.
to do? I would hide a
I'm gonna
house.
bury a
Well, I
key
mean, the
next
lock is, but you only
Yeah.
have like one entryway into your home, correct?
Yeah.
Do you have a sliding glass?
Nope. So I'm just gonna take a key, put it in a little bag, and go bury it and bury it out back, and that way I'll
How do you
always
get
have.
out to your patio?
It's through a door. There's a door to my patio and then a door inside. So
It's like a
lock?
screened-in patio. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there? So is it?
It's
it
the
a
South.
regular ass door?
They're just regular doors.
Is there
Regular.
Is there a lock on that?
Yeah. They're the same key.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So essentially, like if you would have had a key hidden in your garage.
I should keep one in the garage for sure.
Everybody, when you break into Jeff's spot, the key's gonna be.
It's in the garage.
It's gonna be in the goal of the foosball table. Just look in there.
Yep.
Pick a key.
It'll be inside of a
Definitely not
fleshlight.
tucked in with all the paint.
It'll be inside a fleshlight.
Always.
Yeah,
in the
pick one of the fleshlights. You might get lucky. You might not.
What
I
better
hope this
place
is
to
paint.
hide drugs, to hide any type of contraband? If you have that type of shit, hide that shit inside a fleshlight.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you people ain't gonna be going up in that or touching that like robbers and thieves and shit. Instead of buying your female a jewelry box, you know what I'm saying, or a safety deposit box or a strong box, buy yourself one of them torso bitches and just, stuff your valuables in that.
Fleshlight full of Elmer's glue, and you're set.
Yeah.
Nobody's
just,
touching that.
Becca,
Hell
how do
yeah.
you feel about that strategy of home invasion. And I mean, think about it, like, you know what I mean? I don't think anybody's gonna touch that. I think even the feds, right? You know, well, I guess maybe not, unless if they like dead you, they're gonna be taking that shit. They're gonna be like, take that too. I don't know, but either it's
They
gonna
took
fucking
all the
help you
baby
out.
oil.
It's gonna help you out with the with the home invasion. Like, you know, you might be able to. You might be able. It's just like the theory from Pulp Fiction of holding on to the gold watch, keystering the gold watch.
Mm-hmm.
I had this gold watch up my ass. That's an epic scene. I did not see that coming. That thinking. Speaking of no Diddy and ADHD at the same fucking time. Were you ready when you first saw the scene of the gold watch?
No. First of all, he's speaking to a child. Second of all, he's like, it's the only place it good. His ass. You're like, oh.
There's
And
a lot
and it's
of Pulp
Christopher
Fiction
Walken.
I was not ready for the first
I
time
guess
I watched Pulp Fiction.
Let me guess. Was that the needle in the chest scene? Was that the most jarring part?
Oh,
Or was it Zed and the Gimp? Or was
yeah.
it
It
the
was
gold watch?
it was more Zed and the Gimp, but can we say like legitly rest in peace to Zed?
Zed is dead.
Zed is
Zed
officially
is actually. Is it bad
guy
that
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 played
was
Zed
the
is
first
dead.
thing that hit me? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And when I
Oh.
saw it, like I instantly
You
went,
said Zed is dead.
Zed's dead.
Peter something?
Is that bad?
No, because I mean, I said Sniffle Biffle when
I
Greg
don't.
Biffle died.
You did.
Peter
'Cause
Green.
Yeah. It that whole situation seems a little not right. Like something doesn't quite make sense.
It's called
What doesn't
sus.
seem? Oh, you're talking about his actual death?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
because
know anything. When
apparently
did this
there was a
happen?
note with him that just said like some reference to like, you know, a hooligan
Wiki
gang he was part of like in the 70s or some shit.
Mhm.
Like as a teenager in New York.
Yeah, it says no cause. He died at 60 years old. He was also the villain in The Mask.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
Remember The
mean, think
Mask?
about this. He was also in fucking 48 Hours, fam.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
He was
Mhm.
in The Usual Suspects. Usual Suspects.
Yeah.
He said he was found dead in his apartment, but they just didn't disclose the cause of death.
Wow.
So
I've heard, the S word that they don't like us to use on YouTube.
I don't know why, because we're adults.
I don't know why there's half a dozen words
This
that they don't
program's
like.
not made for
It's not.
children.
It is not. But yeah.
So it
Something
does
about
sound
the
fucked
statement
up.
from his family
Like note and shit.
made
I
it
gotcha.
that
Like, hey, this
sort of
homie with no
implied
business.
that he had taken his life.
Well, that sucks when you hear, it's never cool when you hear anybody dies, but
yeah.
Death, the final frontier.
Doing it yourself. Treat yourself.
But speaking of Pulp Fiction, man, you know what? If anybody out there has seen Pulp Fiction and you like Pulp Fiction,
I love it. It's a great
there's
movie.
one that Quentin Tarantino had put a different movie on hold that he was about to like start shooting. for Pulp Fiction. He was like, we got to do Pulp Fiction first. Obviously, we got all the actors lined up and everything for it. But if you haven't seen Jackie Brown, I
Oh
always
yeah.
rave about it because it is like it came out right after Pulp Fiction, basically, and it's got what,
It was a
Robert De Niro.
down movie.
It was Pam Grier. It's one of my favorite all time films, man. It was
It got dead. It did not receive it
right,
actually disappointed people in the movie theaters because they were expecting Reservoir Dogs, expecting
right,
Pulp Fiction, and
right.
Jackie Brown was like one of his, like, it was a coherent, like, straight up, it was
Timeline.
crazy, great, amazing. It was a crime drama that was
Yes.
a throwback piece too. And Jackie Brown is one of I am a Quentin Tarantino fucking
Yeah.
freak, right? Like, I love all of his
Why?
movies.
Why is it the best filmmakers, right? Like, because I love his stuff too. Same with Woody Allen. Like, I love the old Woody Allen movies.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they douchebags?
I don't. So, are you? Well, I'm gonna ask you this because I
By all
know you
means.
may have information that I don't. I've never met him, right? I've never been
He,
around him. I've never. I can tell that he. Listen, as someone who brings madtism, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm on just different spots of the spectrum, you know what I mean? Like, just
mm,
figuring this shit out here, almost 50 years old. I got my ticks and quirks, my quirks and ticks and shit like that, and we trying to get it fixed. But so I could say that as from one high functioning to another, that motherfucker's special.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, yeah.
Like, so
He,
my thing is he a douchebag or is he just fucking unaware? Like
Yeah.
me.
I think it's a combo. I think it's a combo of
he,
maybe the tism. You see a lot of these artists. I've met a lot of artists who are not famous and they still have that kind of
mhm,
standoffish, sociological
sure.
kind of. They're not very like just, I guess, good at being around other people. But also, I think
Mhm,
maybe in Quentin Tarantino's case is there's a little bit of that. Plus, you put a little sprinkle of everyone always telling you how great and a genius you are. And then all of a sudden,
mm,
you start to believe these people because you hear it. Oh, you're
mhm.
like, well, maybe I am a fucking once in a generation genius. I think that's what happened to Kanye,
A
right? He's got
savant.
that. There's a lot of problems with Kanye. We don't even fucking want to break that seal. But like, I
Yeah,
think
we're not
that
gonna talk
that
about that.
whatever's going on in the brain, once you start adding like money and attention and accolades to that, people start to kind of believe uh, their owning. I guess their own. They think that they're great, and that's then it becomes like kind of that douchey quality, right? It kind of just
Mhm.
exacerbates that for the whole world to see, right?
Um, it's the making excuses for Harvey Weinstein for me.
Yeah,
Oh, did he
It's
actually? Is he
the
an Harvey Weinstein apologist?
yeah, it's
I didn't
the
know that.
he kind of went, well, I didn't know that about it. I never saw bullshit.
right.
Um, it's the when your actress's kid is on set and she tells said daughter to stay away from him
Yeah, that's all you got to know.
because
Okay.
she's a teenager. There's the fact that he almost killed uh oh fuck, in Kill Bill,
Uma Thurman?
the there was a car stunt and he almost killed her.
Are you thinking of the Death Proof movie? Where they were like filming that whole stunt scene in the car when they were doing the grindhouse with uh the director that did like
The stunt
No.
lady, the Australian stunt lady, right?
No.
yeah, like the grindhouse.
Hang on.
What's the guy
Was it
that
Mira
did like
Sorvino? Because I know I've
Well, he dated her.
yeah. This is I want to clear it up because it says here Quentin Tarantino worked closely with Weinstein for years. After the allegations broke in 2017,
Yeah, no.
Tarantino expressed deep regret, admitting he knew enough to do more about his predatory behavior, but didn't act forcefully enough on it. So he was like, yeah, I could have come out and blown this whole thing wide open, but I didn't because he was a long time, producer and famous and all that. So they have that inherent
that was
like
his cash cow.
protectionism, Yeah.
He had an automatic green light for any movie he wanted
Yeah.
from those people that made. I mean, like when we talk about he's a very problematic character and figure in Hollywood, and
Mhm.
I 100% am not fucking endorsing anything. I think
Yeah.
if you have to I'm just going to say this. I mean, if you have to force yourself on anyone to get sexual gratification like that, man, I mean, that's fucked up. And I'm not going to judge anyone, but that's fucked up. I would never do that, and never wish that upon anyone. Now, with that being said, let's not think about or forget about New Line Cinema, right? New Line Cinema, just that one, like the Weinsteins were involved with much more than New Line Cinema and green lighting different studios and the studios that are all out of that, right? Because
Miramax, all of it.
Crichton
Yeah.
Films and
That's
all
what
of this.
It was Uma Thurman in Kill Bill.
Uma Thurman and Kill Bill.
Yeah, the car stunt.
What stunt was it?
That resulted in the crash that caused her like permanent damage.
Damn. What car stunt happened?
She said she doesn't blame him as much as she does the studio because they wanted to cover it up, which was in fact Miramax and Weinstein. The fucked up thing is that he had such power over Hollywood as a whole.
He had made
that if
so
you
many
crossed
fucking
him,
films that he had that power, though.
Yes.
Like, think about the films that he was associated with being the one to greenlight all of these epic movies, and then also a shit ton of shitty movies too, because there was a metric ton of cult classics and Friday. He's responsible for Friday at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Friday, Freddy Krueger.
A lot of movies that I absolutely love that I will continue to watch.
John Hughes, right?
Because the actors, because the crew, a whole lot more than just one guy goes into
oh my god,
getting those movies made.
Yeah, movies, such a fucking beast. One of my favorite things to watch was I saw another one of his products. It was that Project Greenlight. and it was on HBO, and it was talking about the making of a, independent filmmakers get a chance to, it was made. I think
And
Brad
that
Pitt was
was
part of it, and no, Ben Affleck and
Ben
Matt
Affleck
Damon.
and Matt Damon. Yeah.
Yeah, and they Shia LaBeouf. You know what I mean? That was one of his first movies. Like that shit. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So, but they were talking
Bless his heart.
about all of the crazy shit that and all of the different roles and the different breaking down of all the different portions of who does what and
Mm-hmm.
all the documentaries about filmmaking. I get into that shit too, like film study.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's pretty crazy. Just to put a bow on that, found out a little bit more details. So, Uma Thurman, it was in Kill Bill Volume 2. She said she wanted a stunt driver because Quentin wanted her to drive this stunt car like into. She was driving like a blue convertible, and there was
But what
problems with the
scene
steering.
is
There was
this?
problems with the transmission and all this kind of stuff. And she was like, "I want a stunt driver. This car is fucked." And he insisted and insisted and insisted. So this thing, the steering column was all screwy. So it veered off course and went headfirst into a palm tree. She sustained neck and knee injuries and a concussion. And she said eventually it wasn't all that. It was that he tried to cover all of that up so that there wouldn't be any repercussions for himself
Mm-hmm.
or the movie's release date. So it was like, remember Uma Thurman and they were dating, right? They were like a
Yeah,
Hollywood
they
item.
were.
So you're throwing a loved one literally almost under the bus so that you could save your own reputation and your own movie release. And it's like, hey, what's more important to you right now? Like you're
Thought she was with Ethan Hawke at that point.
yeah, or just not taking a ding to your career. Like what's
Yeah.
fucking wrong with you at that point, right? So I can understand that. But it's the old thing, man. I dealt with this with like everyone's been a part of this. So mine was like Andy Warhol, all some of the stuff that came out about him, even Woody Allen, right? Quentin Tarantino, Michael Jackson is the big one. How do you separate the art from the artist? How do you
What
say
did Warhol do?
Thriller is
Remind
fucking
me.
awesome, right? With
What did,
and being able to separate those two in your mind, right?
remind me what Warhol did that was. I mean,
It's
I
a lot of
know that
allegations. He was
younger men.
there was a lot of like, of course he came out as homosexual
I
officially
mean, that
later on
was
in his career, but there was a lot
which
of
wouldn't
like
mean shit
underground,
nowadays.
yeah, a lot of underground New York parties and stuff that they were throwing and hanging out with like Madonna in like the early 80s. And there was just a lot of creepy shit he was doing with like young
Well, I mean,
men.
he was around since the early '60s, or
Yeah,
the
late
mid to
60s.
late '60s. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean, you think about it like this. I was talking to my kids and even my son today, and then my daughter just a couple days ago, and we were talking about, well, I forget what we were watching. Regardless, and it was talking about, we were talking about how like shit was different back in the day, and that, you know, for instance, it was a norm because that's what it was. I was discussing an experience and things that one of the things that I had seen backstage, and I'm not even gonna, by someone that everybody knows. It's fucked up, but like, seeing people with younger adults, right? But the issue is that these younger adults put themselves in these situations unknowing, right? And not unknowing that they are getting ready to even engage in any type of activities that involve sex or anything like that, but just not ready for what they're really getting ready to get into and be exposed to. And I was like, it was the normal back then. I was like, Elvis, Jerry Lee Lewis. I mean, we can
Mm-hmm.
go down the line as far as even all of the songs and all of the your favorite rock stars, hip hop stars, music industry stars,
Mm-hmm.
period. There has always been an influx of young adults, and they are there to try to get close to an artist and are willing to, and a lot of times they are absolutely crushing or infatuated and willing to
Mm-hmm.
go and do things just to be around that person,
I don't know
because
what you
it's
mean.
ah so I'm just saying, Becca. I'm not put. I'm not, that's. I mean, but
Like a
I
case in
just
point, you and Brett Michaels. How about that?
trying to just explain that to my kids because they're at that age now, right? And I'm like, so think about it like this, man. I was like, that's you. What a grown ass man, right?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like, and then thinking about like where they're at, and they were like, ugh, like we wouldn't even. It's like I get it, but some
Some people
people,
would. Right.
fucking looking
Here's
forward
the
to that.
thing:
Yeah,
we lied about our age.
yeah.
We absolutely lied about our
But
age.
you people knew, fam, and
I mean,
also like you should have been asked for ID, and at least you should have had to procure your fake ID. You know what I mean? And that all that lie is continued upon you. But at the end of the day, there's ways to know, because there's sometimes there's no way to know because people look older than they are, but sometimes it's absolutely clear that that's a baby. You know what I mean? A
yeah.
youngin. Like, you know what I
Oh yeah.
mean? And you are being a repugnant fucking scum.
That's why the courts always come back to 100% of the fault is always on the adult, right? It's
Yes.
kind of like saying like the fault of the DUI is not the booze or the car or the steering wheel
Yes.
or the
Yeah.
tires. It's you. You knew
The
it.
Right.
onus
You
is
knew
on
you
you.
were
Yeah.
taking a risk. You knew the acceptability of that risk. You took it. You got burned, and then you pay the
Hmm.
consequences for it. Like
Yeah.
that's
Right.
It's
it's
tough.
not the
So
exact same crime, but it's kind of similar.
I mean separating art from real life is problematic in regards to playing music, because you run into these artists, right? And for me, the biggest, like, two artists that or three, right?
Hmm.
More so, I don't have a problem with it anymore with Michael, but I mean, I still start to feel certain type of way when I play R. Kelly or Kanye,
I won't play Kanye. I won't.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I hate.
There's one or two that like not adding him to my playlist. You know what I mean? Like that's not happening anymore. Up until like the recent fucking insanity with the
mhm.
What do you mean?
with
Yeah, like let's not even
the
fucking.
friggin'
Won't even go in
coming
there.
out in full fucking Nazi regalia. Like what?
Right. Yeah.
But like before that, there was one or two that I really liked.
Like what?
Like one or two of his songs that I really liked,
Let me
and
guess. It came off
it
of
was
the first three albums. What song was it?
well, yeah, the first one, right?
Through the
Uh,
Wire.
Through the Wire.
Okay.
Um, But other than that, it's not just him, right? It's like, you know, Gold Digger with Jamie
Jamie
Foxx.
Foxx. He produced also a
Fucking love that
tremendous
song.
amount of
Mhm.
like other people without him even
Right.
being like vocal on it. He produced a lot of tracks too.
Yeah.
So, and treat yourself. I mean, that is the one thing. Treat yourself. Gold Digger is one that fucking that. See that one. There's he's still and like get him high and there's a couple of fucking songs that still get a huge pop and I have witnessed via Twitch or like in real life see DJs pop out Kanye post breakdown and and see a reaction from people and I'm like, damn, still?
Yeah.
It's kind of that old thing of like there was a lot of this in the podcasting world, and that's currently going on right now, right? Is like
Hmm.
a lot of people are like, oh, well, I mean, I'm not platforming Kanye, right? Like everyone knows who Kanye is. Everyone's heard. You're not going to hear from Jeff Denning art about Kanye on a Tuesday night when I'm playing, right? Like graduation or something. But it's that whole balance between the balance between an interview and a promotion of someone's ideals. Because when you ask Kanye to be on your platform, you know how many views you have, you know how many monthly
Academic.
viewers and likes you got, right? You are, in essence, promoting whatever he wants to come out and promote. And you're doing it with the knowledge of what the controversy is. So, it's not like you're introducing the world to this like talent that's like a diamond in the rough of some talent that no one knows about. You are expanding his reach and knowingly doing it what he's going to promote, right? And I think that therein lies the problem. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people, a lot of these idiots, sorry, they're dumbasses. They like to throw up their hands because they just want the clicks and they go, well, Kanye can say what he wants. It's a free country. We got the First Amendment, but you know what you're doing. You're using his popularity and his, excuse me, Nazi loving popularity to
Yeah.
to get yourself more clicks and give him more promotion. And that's where I have a problem
Hmm.
with it. Like everyone can say what
Well,
they
it's
want. That's fine. It's on you to not like put it on a banner and put it on Front Street, right?
the most recent that I can think of is the interview with academics.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, the
Yeah.
one
Like
where
that's the
he
last
did
time I think
everything.
he's been on anybody's show.
Yeah.
Before that, like, he was running around with the fucking
I
idiot
think
Nick
after that
Fuentes
he
and
after that
trying to
he
get
did
in with Tim Pool and getting to Trump.
Mm-hmm.
and then he did but after the academics interview, I believe he tried to go on Pierce and uh like just did some shit and stood him up on purpose like they went live and then just walked out on the interview live
Yeah.
just to stun on him and shit. It was like you could tell that he was just they had I had seen it like it was yeah it, it's a shame because he was a very talented individual, but that also speaks to like when you have someone that is considered a quote unquote great artist, um, they're great at things. They're great at being probably bad at other things, right? So if they're really good at one thing, I think that if you, it's the age old adage, right? You whatever garden you water, That's the garden that's going to grow. We'll just say
Mhm.
that one, or whatever wolf you feed. That's the
Right.
fucking wolf that's,
Mm-hmm.
you know, uh, it's that. And to be great at something, you have to put in a tremendous amount of effort and hours and dedication and sacrifice and basically unwilling to compromise in areas and situations sometimes that people aren't necessarily able to connect with people and they are fucked up. They have character flaws, and it talks about the whole thing of never meet your heroes and all of that because, you know, you see a person via press, via social media, via controlled engagements in that, unless you see them out in the wild or on TMZ and paparazzi, and then you see them being
Mhm.
fucking human like you or I would be if someone was chasing your ass with a camera. Listen, fam, I'm happy I'm not famous where we got paparazzis and shit like because I swear I would,
Yeah.
if there was anything that I would relate with, like some of the crazy fucking people that are celebrities, when they I would be the person that would flip out on press, like, if they, especially
Yeah.
the aggressive ones, and like really like interfering or invading on my personal space or privacy, and especially like my family. Like, I'm breaking shit. Like,
Putting a camera in your window, and you're like,
I'm gonna have
yeah.
a trust fund and some type of hedge fund backing me, or some type of shit escrowing up, or figuring some way out to have a fund generated, a
Yeah.
side income of a stream of revenue just to cover my court cases and my
They call that a
lawsuits.
retainer.
Right.
Yeah.
Just fucking, I'm gonna break your shit.
You need a
Here's
retainer.
the thing with, and it's just sort of something that I've noticed more recently with
Mhm.
the paparazzi and
Yeah.
TMZ, because they seem to be the top of the food chain in
Mhm.
that respect now.
Yeah.
I have noticed that, like, the the people that, like, if they catch, if the celebrity gives them the interview, outside the airport or whatever,
Mhm.
they're less likely to, like, follow you elsewhere.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Unless you're going into the restaurants that they're hanging out outside,
Mhm.
and the people that are going to those restaurants are going there to be seen by the
Ah,
paparazzi.
so you've got a point there, because again, you bring a perspective of being someone that grew up and lived around that. What you
Oh, but it was
explained,
different then.
but what
Like
I'm
the
saying
paparazzi, it
is
was
that you
different. It was a different breed
you
then.
understand, but you understand the difference
Yeah.
and you understand what it is. So I mean, as someone who has never lived in LA, right? Only visited, and the majority of the time it was on business. And it, like, I I'm curious about that. So you said, you know, you're going there to be seen, and then you're still aggressive. But no, there's still like a level of people that, once you get to a certain level, right, they are what I feel like being fucking hunted. That would drive me.
Yeah, like if
They
they're,
would, it would be a problem.
but that's yes, 1,000%. Like the way that they fucking hound Justin Bieber
Yeah, that's
and have
another good,
always
like, he got
hounded
kicked.
him,
What they did to
you
Brit.
know,
Yeah, I mean,
but
all
like,
of those.
constantly hanging out outside his apartment in New York, or
Yeah.
and he's like, just trying to fucking go home. Like, this is my home, dude. You know, and some nutty ass fans.
Mm-hmm. Because
You
how do you
know,
know? That's a good
it,
point. How do you
And
know
how do
who's
you know,
paparazzi and who's a fan with a camera? Like,
or who's someone
well,
that's intending to do you harm?
yeah,
the camera they're holding for one.
Yes, but
The
outside of that,
paparazzi have you know, professional shit,
it doesn't matter
whereas you
though. If
know,
I
a
wanted to
fan's hanging
murk
out
you,
outside with their cell phone.
if I
right.
wanted to murk you though, I would have a professional get up. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like I
Well,
would
yeah,
blend in
for
or
sure.
whatever.
That's why they've
Yeah,
got security and shit. And treat yourself. Yeah, that's just a fact that the paparazzi killed Princess Diana
absolutely. I think
because they were
that is
they were
something.
chasing. They were literally chasing the car that she and Dodie were in,
Or do you
and
think
they
that there
couldn't get
was
away fast
also,
enough.
or do you think that there was also other nefarious things at play in
Mm,
addition to that, and that's a cover?
I,
Because there's a big, like, that's one that I think Mama Boogie actually, I know my mom
the royal
followed,
family seemed to
and
take a hit
the
when she
royal
was
family
killed.
did not like her because, like, you know what I'm saying? One of them children was not like us, not like us. Doo 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 doo. And that's why, like, they put out that lyrical gangbang on her and, like, you know, took her out. You ever seen Lucifer, motherfucker?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like that is a real fucking theory. And also she was not just knee deep, she was totally deep with a fucking prince of oil. You know what I mean? Like he
Hmm.
was he was like someone else that is and could have been wanted to be knocked out. And if you think about it, like now, if we talk about like how all of this stuff with the Epstein stuff that's coming out now, being
There's
all of these honey traps, right, as they call it, as these, you know, showing that there's governmental agencies and other people at play trying to manipulate events and also having leverage on people. And when you have fucking countries with war chests, we'll say, right? Or
hmm
we have billionaires or oligarchs or
yeah.
whatever you want to call the ruling class, and they're
hmm
against you and have the ability to pay off and also control the entire narrative of the situation
Hmm?
hmm
from beginning to end.
hmm
They'll kill you
Case
and call you a liar.
closed. Yes, case closed, right?
Yep.
Well, you know, his cellmate was a dirty cop that was
Yeah.
connected to the mob.
Like crazy, jacked big, like killed allegedly, I don't know, fucking 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. Like peeps, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, like that one in itself, because he was, when they were cellmates, seen medically a couple days before, or the day, like within the few days leading up to his actual leaving this earth,
hmm
one way or the other, they went and found you. They get you. They get you.
hmm
Uh, it. He had a medical incident where he fucking dude choked him out. Like he
hmm
claimed the dude tried to choke him out and was trying to get him out of his cell. Right? Said he strangled him. So that in itself is problematic, right?
He'd
Uh,
been doing dirty work for these people,
Hmm?
and then suddenly he's in a cell with the dude that knows all the fucking secrets.
so even the, like, I'm gonna tell you, the FBI pulled a Rick James. We all know that I'm a fan of Rick James, right? But
Mhm.
like, the fuck your couch and Becca fuck your couch, just because I'm having flashbacks of other things. Fuck your couch, Becca. Uh get another one, you rich motherfucker. So, but like that part where he said,
I don't even
I
remember
ain't
what I
just
said to deserve it, but
that's ridiculous. I didn't rub my feet on his fucking couch. Yeah, I rub my feet on the motherfucker's couch. Like he
You
just
can buy
right
another
then
one.
and there counter buy another one, you rich mother. I mean, it's counter like it's just so
His
fucked up.
big boots and just mashing it into. He's like,
It's like that. I forget the point that I was trying to make, but
sorry.
there was a part that I was going down and it was locking in, but I lost it.
FBI, Rick
The Rick
James.
James theory.
FBI, they absolutely Rick James the whole Epstein video surveillance tape, right? They came out.
Mm.
Well, even to the files, right? Like we got these 10, like what file? Like
There was
get the fuck,
zero, and then there was a
hell
million.
nah,
You're like,
right? And
wait,
then like we got the tape and we got the footage, and then it's an automatic update, and then it was like psych. And then there's like, oh, and then like, oh, psych. It's even worse.
right,
Like, it's just like, oh my God. Like, just don't fucking release the tape at all or something. I don't understand. It's like the Sabruta film, right? If there
right,
truly wasn't anything there, right, then why did you hold it back and change the narrative, then get called out on it,
yeah,
and then find out that it still has proof that it's been altered
doctor.
AI, yeah, doctored, right? Which just gives people even more. So if there's nothing there, right? There truly wasn't nothing there. All you are doing by all of this is fucking giving people more fuel to the fire.
Right.
You know
But
that a bunch of those pages that were like fully redacted,
mhm,
that was, just a page of a big black square,
mhm.
that they did those redactions in Adobe.
Yeah, I've already converted them to Word and been like, what?
And so instantly it was like copy paste, boom, there's all the shit.
So that was, and I looked into that, and that was there were anything that was done previously in that format. And that was
Mhm.
something that happened a lot with a lot of older court records at that time, due to the fact that they knew that it was there, and that's the way the documents were. They released them in their original, they uploaded the original file formats and did it that way. That was at least the narrative that was being said and pushed.
Mhm.
Or also that was someone that like broke it down. It was like a reporter that I saw and was breaking it down, was like, this is shit that we've had for 6 7 years. 6
Yeah,
7, I'm gonna keep saying it. But
we'll keep
like since the original shits were uploaded, or from like if they had the file numbers and you were able to go and look at the files, it's been there the entire time that way since.
right.
Uh-huh.
But here's the other side of it. You could say, oh, this was old and whatever, but like,
I'm not making an excuse.
yeah,
I am not
well, no, no,
excusing
no, I'm
that.
not saying that. I'm saying that like I know enough about prosecution. I know enough about the law.
At least you didn't say
It,
prostitution. Shout out to my Snoop Dogg Stoops. Sorry.
it's a noble profession. Get your money. I get it.
It's the
But what
world's
I'm
oldest
saying is like
profession.
anyone, any prosecutor, any district attorney worth their salt. I don't
Mhm.
care when this was. Redacting files for the release to the public is 101. The going theory right now is that these people are are redacting these this way on purpose because
so that you can.
they want these things to come out, right?
Mhm.
It is like not knowing how to add 2 + 2. That is
Mhm.
like that. It is just basic. It's so basic that it's hard for people who this is their careers to look at this and say, "Oh, it's just a mistake." Right? It's just next to impossible to put all this out to the public and then go, "Oops." Right? So what they've
Yeah.
done, and I didn't even want to get into all this, but like they've brought in a lot of people because there's up to 5 million individual pieces of information. You can't do that in a month. You can't do that in a year. You will need so much manpower to do that. And
We wanted him to work on fucking
the
Christmas.
more people you bring into the kitchen, the more ingredients get missed and this gets overlooked, and that everything's not as coordinated when you bring in all that manpower. So you got to look at this in a bunch of different ways. Is this ineptitude or is it on purpose? Right? Are these people just so freaking dumb that they're releasing this information and then taking it back and then putting it out there for a different reason? Or are there individuals that have that this is sitting on their desk and they're going, the public needs to know this. From the stuff that I found and what I actually took from justice.gov and put into Microsoft Word 2015 or whatever, was these are like innocuous redactions. So these redactions didn't cover up the victims' names. They didn't cover up the perpetrators' names. It was just like, why the hell would you put a black box over this, right? So it starts to look like, to even the non-conspiracy minded person,
They actually did really. They did cover up their. I can't cite the specific case, which is unfortunate at this point, but uh, in the same thing where I was watching the documentate, like the thing about the documentation, it being, redacted in a certain way for a while, they were talking about a specific individual when this did this dump just came out, that it is a person who is like suing, I believe, the Department of Justice
yes,
for doing that because they were their name, and put out a bunch of statements saying like, hey, this is some bullshit, this wasn't ever like, this case was thrown out or some, like, they're basically trying to back out of what
Oh, you're talking
they
about
because there's someone, there's a specific powerful
the guy
individual.
in Ohio.
I don't know who. Not Wexner. I'm talking about. It just, there was somebody that is still alive and very much like trying to say, "Hey, yo, 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 yo." That was
Oh,
part
yeah,
of
I'm sure there's going to be a lot of that. We can't.
Yeah, yeah.
Not everybody that interacted with him was in on it.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
that's ridiculous. He was fucking everywhere.
Yes.
It literally. But like he was everywhere. He was at every, Democratic convention and all the parties
He
and
was
and
he
the
was at
dinners
all
and
of them,
like he was literally
throwing them too.
everywhere.
He
Huh?
would. His thing was to hold court with very influential people, and as the allegations go, that he was, part of some countries or multiple countries, intelligent agencies, and all of these different allegations that are against him in regards to all of the leverage that he had on people, right? Or
Mm-hmm.
supposedly, it is one of those things that, you know, you never know where and what's going on. But
Yep.
I, I,
But
I mean,
let's go back. Let's go back. Sorry, I hate to
yeah,
cut you off, but this
yeah,
goes
go.
back to what we were talking about
Yeah.
before. Put yourself in. It is your responsibility, right?
Mhm.
If I'm at a party and there's Nazis, you're at a Nazi party. If I'm at a party and I see what I think to be underage people, somebody I heard
Okay,
the other
I'm
day
like,
was like,
not, why'd you say Nazi
Yeah.
party and then bring underage girl? Like, I ain't gonna be
well,
at
like
no
I said,
motherfucking
you
Nazi
are
party.
guilty by association. You need to have enough
Oh,
responsibility to remove yourself. If you see
oh, hell
Epstein
yeah.
and cameras and girls, you need to get the fuck out of there, right? Like it
What if
is
you
your
caught on the plane?
responsibility. You are guilty
What if you
by
caught on the
association.
plane and all of a sudden he brings out he starts parading them out and starts getting inappropriate, and you stuck at 35,000 feet and going to be cruising at that altitude for the next 6 to 8 hours?
And that's just straight black. They're just going to blackmail you. And like,
Hmm.
there is there a way around
I
that?
mean,
Sure, but it's tougher in that
you're
instance. But a lot of
you,
these are just like,
Yeah.
hey, I was just there for a good time, and it's like, eh,
Yo, I
you know,
know.
I
It's
I think
problematic.
I think you're talking about two different, like, because yes, right? Like there's a difference between the people that, may have gone to the island for the nefariousness, right? And then
I think it was going on at
him
more
being at
than
a,
just the island.
for sure, this is just an example,
Oh, I got you.
versus him attending, a DNC dinner
Hmm.
because he's
right.
a donor. You know what I mean? It's the different, like, Diddy.
Yeah.
There was the parties and the crazy shit that happened,
Hmm.
and then there was, the Grammy parties.
Hmm. Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I mean?
You don't know. It is guilt by association. It's hard to get around that when you're not in. If you're honestly not involved in the nefariousness, you can always say, "Well, I didn't know," but that's what everyone's going to say. Yeah, it is more of a. If you're in those circles, you need to sit yourself down and say, is being around these famous people worth going down with with their ship
I mean,
whenever it's the rocks? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
90% of the people with that kind of money,
yeah, they just want more money
90%
and
of
more
those,
influence,
well,
more glad handing, and yeah,
and they're more apt to give in to those
social pressure.
the crazy shit that pops into their heads. You know what I'm like?
Oh, because they
Because
have
when you
money
have that
and
kind
have
of
the
money, you
ability to
think
pay
you're
shit off.
untouchable.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, if you're a billionaire, you do technically have the money to fucking kill a person and get away with it. You just
sure.
do.
Yeah,
I think it's kind of hilarious that the first things that they pushed out was Clinton,
yeah.
because
Oh,
That was
that
kind of
yeah,
shocked
there was
ham-fisted. It's
that
like,
shocked nobody.
selective. Yes.
yeah,
That shocked nobody.
Yeah.
yeah. Because he already said it.
Especially
He
Okay.
was
after
like,
the
"We're just going to
Russia.
release Bill Clinton shit."
We've all known for decades that he's a fucking slime ball.
Yep. And Bill
We
Clinton
knew
called his
that in
bluff.
the 90s.
Yep.
Hey man, there was cigars. If y'all ain't hip to Bill Clinton and
And a blue
cigars,
dress.
but check it out, man. I got a documentary on VHS. It's on one of those tapes that like my homie gave me that had all of like the Sabruder film that I was telling you about, which I did find. I found the fucking tape. But it had a whole documentary on the Clintons, and it was this was made while Clinton was still in the office type shit, right? But it was talking about basically his corruption just as a governor of
In
Arizona
Arkansas.
and
Mhm.
yeah, thank you,
Arkansas.
Arkansas,
The Mena Airport.
Arkansas. Yeah, flying stuff in and flying
Uh-huh.
stuff out. Snow White.
I gotta tell
He
you,
was
there's a
making the
strange
snow.
energy in that town.
Oh, so you've been to that town? What do you mean the
Yeah, we
strange
were
energy?
there. We were
Say
there
that.
for like 30 days. My
Who's we?
ex-husband is a aircraft mechanic.
Okay.
And so we were in Texas for a long time, but he would do contract
Okay.
because that's a lot more money.
Hmm.
Didn't have kids, just us and the dog, you
Yeah.
know. Okay. Um, and we got sent to Mina for 30 days.
You said it like it was a fucking sentencing.
I mean, we thought that we were going to be there a lot longer. We didn't know that
Yeah.
contract was going to be up at the end of 30 days because we were looking for like a short-term lease house.
And it's called what again? Mina?
Mina. And it's
Like
so between
Menia?
Mena
Mena.
and the
Mina.
Talamina Drive is one of the most gorgeous things I have ever had the pleasure to lay my eyes on.
What is that?
It's sort of a mountainous drive between Tallahena, Oklahoma, and Mena,
Uh-huh.
Arkansas, and
Okay.
it's like the biggest time is in the fall when the leaves are changing color.
Yep. Okay. Like
But
back
there's
in
an
Ohio.
energy in that town. The
Where
first
like
day
is
he
it
came home, the first day he came back from work, he was
uh
like, "Holy shit, Rebecca!
like what?
This is the airport with Clinton in it." I was like, "Oh damn!"
But I
He's
mean
like,
like
"There's skeletons
give us
out
an example in regards to the energy. Like how it like
there." How do you
when you
describe
say
energy? It
like
it
when you say like you felt off put, like was it the people? Were the people all like had bad vibes or like
no, not.
I'm waiting for hate mail from
I could
Mina.
tell that that
I said
wasn't
Mina.
someplace I wanted to settle down.
Mina. Sorry.
It's kind of like the
I
beginning of
got you.
Get Out. You're like, something's wrong. I just can't put my
Right.
finger on it.
Yeah,
It's like I hope I don't get pregnant during this motherfucking get pregnant in this bit. I have a demon baby.
Right.
I get you. Like I've been to places where it's yeah.
like you're just
Yeah.
like, I
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
don't think I want to hang out here.
And what did you do? Did you buy a house and live there for 25 years? No.
Hell
No.
no.
You took responsibility for yourself
Well,
and you said, "I'm out
I
of
don't know
here."
about that
Yeah.
because we were
Where you
looking at short
going?
term.
Yeah.
We were looking at short-term leases, and at the end of his shift on that 30th day, they said thanks.
Oh, okay. So you're like,
Okay.
screw you,
And
gang.
he
And
came
they're in.
home and he was like, the contract's up, and I went, well, fuck. What do
Maybe
we
for
do
the best.
now?
I
Yeah.
have a special
That's how we ended
announcement
up back
after
here in
this.
Oklahoma.
So it was one of those things when you went there, you were like, we gotta get the fuck up out of here, boss.
No, it just didn't.
Didn't sit right with y'all. You were like,
It just didn't feel like we
I was
got
hoping you were
looked
gonna say
at
you
like
saw like a
outsiders a
ghost.
lot.
Oh,
So
they
it's
were
like Get Out.
so it was like, who are you and what are you doing here?
And I'm just
So
going to
like,
the store to get food.
so you're talking about like criminal activity, like people peeping you, like either like, are you 12?
Have you ever been in a small town
Yeah.
that
Yes.
and you just know you're not supposed to stick around?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Okay.
Small areas in Kentucky are absolutely like that. There are
Yeah.
relatives that if you want to visit, you have to fucking call them in advance. And if they have a phone, you got to fucking write them in advance and tell them, I'm going to be here on this date and this time. And I'm going to be driving this so you don't get fucking followed, or you will still be followed. And made sure that you drive into said holler or said place to visit said family, and everything was checked out because you
Said
weren't supposed to
holler. I
be
know. It's like,
down there.
That's what
Straight
it
up.
is.
But
that's
you
what it is.
know what it is down there. I mean, like, it is sincerely like that.
Mhm.
I mean, it's
Mhm.
like
It's like
it's
walking into the wrong bar, right? If you just walk into some random
absolutely.
bar and people are like, it's like the jukebox goes skirt and everyone goes, it's that kind of thing, but like in a town. Yeah.
I got you.
But hey,
Hey, so check this out, man. I do have an announcement to make. I know I had teased it in the thing, and we're at the 90-minute mark, and I want to let everybody know I've been sitting on this for a minute, and
is it
today
a
was the
toilet?
day that I could actually make the announcement. So everyone, B-Boys Underground is coming back in 2026, and the very first episode of B-Boys Underground, the very first Wednesday of January 7th, 2026. The very first episode of B-Boys Underground will be with the one and only A Sit Down with Be Real from Cypress
Get
Hill.
out of here. Let's go.
Yes, and yeah, we
Hell yeah.
gotta give it
Cheers to
one of
that,
these.
man. Yeah, I will say.
Shout out to the homie. This is something I will tell you we had scheduled for January 18th, I believe, if the date what serves me properly. And it was scheduled for the day of the fucking fires, or the day after. The day that the fires were taking place was the day before the interview of this year, the January 2025, right? And I had that announced kind of, and it was a tentative thing, but I couldn't necessarily maybe do the full thing. And I've had this one, and then I saw the flooding and all of the other things that are going on, and I was like, oh my gosh, natural disaster again. And what is the luck? But shout out to the homie, my brother, C minus, for getting it set up, and I'm looking forward to it. So, Hood
That's
Hippies
gonna be a dope
and
fucking
everybody
episode.
that's tuned in live, spread it out. I will be putting out a advertisement, but today I kind of just had paralysis in regards to everything. Um, but I couldn't not wait to make the announcement. And I've been saying, like, the day after Christmas, there's going to be some good news. There's going to be a good
Yeah.
announcement. And, just as making sure that plans don't change and commitments are still
Mhm.
good, and not uh, making sure that I have respect for calendars and everything. And that's happened. I've had so many people that have been in flux and are still in flux,
Yeah.
for B-Boys as we continue to grow. But, you know, I love the fact that, doing this makes it very flexible. And, we are doing this podcast here on Mondays and Fridays. And, participation as far as who's going to show up on what days, as far as out of the usual suspects cast, is, you never know, right? And right now, people are in flux, but what's going on with me? Uh, every single other fucking day is gonna be B-Boys Day, if I can fit, and if I can fit B-Boys in and in before one of these or around it or whatever, we will be doing it. But I'm trying to bring B-Boys to you at least 3 to 5 days out of the week. That
Oh, yeah.
being also exclusive mixes. If you guys have TikTok accounts, um, I'm gonna share out. Um, I do need to share out that damn TikTok account in the thing right now, but I need you guys to follow B Boys Underground on TikTok because we've got one created, and it would be. I think I only need 50 followers now to be able to DJ on there. And also on the YouTube channel, I'm going to be DJing sets of all of the artists that I interview, and also having up and coming artists, and basically bringing you all new hip hop material, where when you see me mixing throughout the day and other weeks and other sets and formats, I like throwback shit and do my thing. But this will be something that will be straight up dedicated to hip hop, and
Hell yeah.
it's going to be dedicated to breaking new artists and also playing, underground artists and dedicated hip hop shit, real hip hop shit. So it's going to be a mix show and interviews, video shows, all types of things coming.
Grow the show, man.
Uh,
That's great.
Oh
right.
yeah.
And then the very next day, so we're starting 2026 off with a bang, because the very, very next day, thank you to the one and only Gorilla Strong, we've got the one and only Ryu. And if you don't know who Ryu is, you need to get caught up on your hip hop history, and
Street Fighter.
also your yeah, you need to you need to figure out who the fuck Ryu is. I know my hip
Hmm.
hop heads in the house know who Ryu is. So that's the very next day. Commercials and flyers are going out tomorrow, and I can't wait to get this shit cracking, man.
Dude,
So
congratulations. That's fucking awesome, man. And
So dope.
yeah,
straight up, thank you, C minus. He's been such a
yeah,
lovely person to work with and be around, and Mama C, the whole deal. So yeah,
yes,
shout out to them for that, man. Grow the
yes,
show. I can't wait to see it be like more of a kind of a multimedia, not multimedia, you know what I mean, but like just a more varied type of show, because I love the interviews, and of course I like your mixes. So
Hmm.
I like artists that I know, but I like artists that I don't know, because they've been through you know God knows what in the industry, and they're the way they came up is different from everybody else. So it's
yeah.
always interesting. It's always interesting to and you're such a good interviewer that I feel like you're, of all of us, like they're in the best hands with you, because you know what I mean. You're gonna let them speak, and you're gonna ask them questions that are pertinent. You know.
Well, I think
Like,
what
so
I
how
like
cool was it to be rich or whatever? That's not what you're gonna get from Boogie.
no, I appreciate you, and I do really do appreciate that, because I take it very serious in the fact that I don't want it to be like a Vlad interview
Right.
or an interview that they've been on before when it comes to music, and they may have their guard up, and I like
Right.
to just have a conversation. Just, you guys that know me, and I don't think that I have the ability to do it. And I can tell you, because even in my professional career, I know I have conducted at least over 5,000 interviews, if not more.
Right.
I'm going to say maybe an upward of 10,000 interviews. It's fucking ridiculous the amount of interviews that I've conducted. And that includes like role plays and second interviews and all of this other bullshit that you do in corporate when you're a hiring manager, and I you're supposed to, via HR, ask the same questions to everyone and be consistent and all of that shit, and go through this whole psychology thing, and they train you on Yeah, and me, like, if I'm going to hire you to work for me, I'm just gonna talk to you, man. Like,
Yeah,
and
get the
get down
vibes.
to it. I'm gonna get down to it. Like, hey, fam,
Yeah.
this is what it is. And even when I wasn't saying, hey, fam, I was.
Hey, fam, diggity, you want to work
No,
for
I
me?
didn't. I never. No, no, I never talked like this. But I was just
Are
because
you
Mama
down to
Diggity said.
clown?
I would just say, like, just
Wow.
please understand this is
The fuck?
what's expected of you, and here is what you can expect of me. But if this is not the type of get down, I'm gonna because my job and my thing is I wanted to scare the fuck out of you.
Mm,
Right.
Not be intimidating, but I wanted to scare you out of the job. My job was to talk you out of the job.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
your
if you
job
can't
was to
hang,
convince
I need to
me
know it.
why I should fucking hire you. And it convinced me why you want the job, even after I gave you and disclosed to you the most difficult part of the job that's going to cause you like the real,
Mhm.
like you are going to have to spend X amount of hours before you are going to get to even this level of performance, right? So let's just have a conversation. And that would just be I start shooting the shit with them and getting there. So again, getting back to all of that, in that I can't do fucking questions that I have in my mind, the questions that are relevant to the job, right? Or relevant to like what I want to know. Like I just want to have a fucking dope ass conversation about music. I don't give a fuck about politics. I don't like for B-boys for me, like if you bring in your political views or your religious views because it's a part of your art and your identity and what you think, I you know I think that's dope and we can talk about it and have a conversation about it. But again, I always say that what we are doing here is we are attending a service at the Church of Hip Hop. So,
Mhm.
we're not in the pulpit when it comes to religion and politics. We're in the choir singing praises about hip hop. So we don't have to
Right.
convince anybody. You can say, this is my identity, this is my beliefs, and fuck all this and fuck all that. That's cool.
Right.
But like, as long as we're not doing Alex Jones type shit
Right.
or, start getting into whichever fucking spectrum of news that you don't like, whichever side you're on. It goes both ways because everybody's fucking crazy, including me.
Mm-hmm.
I just like to and see Becca was real quick to say, you crazy as fuck. Um, but I just like to make sure that I just have a fucking dope ass conversation about music and
Yeah.
having interesting conversation, but I don't want to talk and I want to have them feel comfortable enough to that they're not on guard in regards to I'm not asking you questions about hey, you remember that one time you had this beef with this person,
Yeah.
right?
And
Like
that's
what
why I
was you
was saying
doing?
you're in
Yeah,
they're in good hands because there's a lot of people out there. I'm not
Yeah.
going to name any names, but they're like, "Ooh, I got so and so. I'm going to hit them with this, and then it's going to cause them to say this, and then we're going to get a million clicks and blah blah
yeah.
blah blah." You just want to
Yeah.
kick it with somebody and talk about music, which is why I was talking about like they're in the
I
right hands
appreciate
with
that.
you because like they're not going to get
It's hard
exploited for their
because
1000%.
it's hard because I know like so I feel and like I want to ask the question to you guys on screen and then also to everybody that's watching this because the thing that is difficult is that if I'm trying to do this, which I'm not trying, I am doing this and this is something that I want and continue to take seriously as something that for, to do as professionally and be self-employed doing this. And the I feel like I am sometimes not asking those obvious questions about when I know I've had artists that I could ask specific questions that are uncomfortable. Like I've had
Hmm.
multiple artists that have worked directly with Kanye on multiple occasions, and I
Yeah.
never asked them to talk about Kanye. And it was only after they brought him brought him up, and then even like backstage preparing for the things,
Mhm.
like, look, I'm not going to ask you about so and so. And they're like, oh, you can ask me about so and so. I'll tell you what I think
You're
about
like,
that, about
oh,
so and so, or
yeah.
whatever, right? Like, and I asked them, like, is there anything that's off topic? And then also, what is it that is on topic that we talk about, right?
Hmm.
And I can't wait, you know. So, Gorilla Strong, I just
That's gonna be
see
so
you in
dope.
the chat. And shout out to you because I just announced that Be Real, yes, Be Real is the first interview. The very first week in 2026, we've got Be Real on Wednesday, and then we've got the Mighty Ryu, thanks to Gorilla Strong, on Thursday.
What a
So
week.
we've got an
Right?
epic 2026 is starting off with a bang.
Hell
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I'm looking forward to it. B Boys Underground is at B Boys Underground, just like this is at You Might Know Us with the letter U. Uh, it's at B Boys Underground on YouTube, B Boys Underground on Instagram, B Boys Underground on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram and TikTok.
MySpace.
I,
TikTok,
I
no,
GeoCities.
no, 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 no.
GeoCities. The fuck?
GeoCities, damn.
Y'all don't even know.
Hey, look, shout out to being
Damn.
able to finally pin
He's
a
talking
song to your
about Ask
page and
Jeeves
shit.
and shit. Like
Jeez,
what?
Netscape
You
Navigator.
you Alta Vista looking motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
On your Commodore 64.
Yeah.
Right. With your
What?
Um,
384 Pentium motherfucker.
I tried to put the link in the YouTube chat in the vertical one, or whichever one that makes my eyes hurt. Um, but it wouldn't let me.
Yotos.
I will take
So
care of it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm working on ADHD and
I'm sure it's because I don't have mod abilities on YouTube. I just
well,
have
we
mod
need to
abilities on
I
Twitch.
need to you've got mod abilities on everything, man.
No, I don't.
Hey, real quick, as you can see, the
No.
little one needs food. So I'm gonna go feed Lily. I want to thank Becca. I want to say congratulations to Ghost Boogie, Gorilla Strong, Hood Hippies, GMC Texas. Treat yourself. I appreciate you guys. I will be back on tonight. I will be doing a little set, playing a couple tunes. Come by Jeff Denning Art. I have no more Instagram, so I'm just going to come by, play some tunes after a shower and a snack and all that shit. So I hope to see you there. But yeah, big ups. Congratulations, Boogie. I think I'm going to go into work tomorrow and take that night off so I can watch it live
Hell
because
yeah.
that's just like a holy shit moment for all of us. You know what I
Everybody
mean?
tune in
Like,
live because we will be trying to get questions answered
yeah, exactly.
live in the chat.
Hell yeah. So yeah, thank you for hosting me on a Friday,
Much love,
and
fam.
I'll be around a little bit more often.
So you can be back Monday?
I'll be back Monday. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think what we've done is we've gone from like the 400, 500 counts down to more like the 250,
Back
225
to
counts. So
normal
that
figure.
keeps me from being there till 1 a.m., which is exactly what I'm
Good
going.
things.
So much love, everybody. I love you guys, and I'll
Good to
see
see you,
you
fam.
out on the internet. You too, Becca. Much love, everybody.
Yeah, man.
Peace.
Peace. All right. So let's see here. I am getting to be able to uh put this shit in the chat.
Squirrel.
Yeah, dude. Like I got the whole link to what I need you guys to do.
Girl
I'm
is
a B
Strong
boys
said
on
my
the ground.
download of Saint Anger from LimeWire just
I
finished.
know, with those spaghetti ass drums.
Oh, damn.
I hate that album.
Yeah, that
Like
didn't come up. Oh
that.
no, that's TikTok.
So I'm gonna say
I was
if
trying to link you
Metallic
to
with Metallica, when it comes to Metallica, right? Man, I fucking loved Metallica up until
Black Album.
yeah, right? And Black Album, when it first came out, I was like, I like this.
I like some of it.
And then it got played and played and played and played and
Mhm.
played and played and played. And I was like, I really don't like the songs that they're just playing nonstop. And there's a couple of good ones on here that don't get played. And then, they did have, I enjoyed their Garage Days Inc. or Garage Inc.
Mhm.
project when they put all of the Garage albums
Mhm.
that you could get, and then they did a second disc where they did some more, and I enjoyed that. Load and Reload it were okay. I mean, they were doing the sound that was that sound for rock at that time, and they actually kept rock stations going during the time when hip hop was absolutely fucking kicking every
Mhm.
single genre's ass. But it when it happened when what happened was is I made the mistake of watching, and it's one of those things where you don't where you like don't meet your heroes. And like
Mhm.
I saw that Saint Anger film, and it really gave me a bad taste. And it's not. Let me be clear that I, in no shape, form, or fashion, do I, as a 50-year-old man looking back on when I first saw that, knowing that just now going through my 40s and knowing what a mind fuck of a transformation, what it's like going from your teens to your 20s to your 30s to your 40s, and like experiencing life on that much of a level, and
Yeah.
uh knowing that I couldn't ever imagine what I experienced or what they experienced, right? Especially with losing the Cliff and
Yeah.
everything, and what they grew up together, the kids that they were, as just even like you look at teenage marriage, right? That people get divorced because the kids that they were not the adults who they ended up being, right? And
Yeah.
uh that it's difficult, and I I I I get it, but that in itself, they should have known better to put that out. Someone in their camp should have said, "Nah, fam, this isn't a good look." Especially
I
with
don't.
like the whole motivation. Have you not seen Some Kind of
I
Monster?
haven't. No, I
Oh
haven't.
my God, Becca. So I know for a fact it's like you can fucking stream it for free.
Probably. I'll
And
find it.
I I just I think I think what you I think if you watch that, and anybody that watches that, like, treat yourself, or whoever's in the chat, if you've guys seen Some Kind of Monster, which is the making of the album Saint Anger, right? And Saint Anger happened basically over two extended sessions, and it took a long time. And that's when they It's, I think, the last album that they did with Bob Rock as a producer. Because, of course, Bob Rock, legendary rock producer, did like all of the Motley Crue shit. Motley Crue, especially in the movie, they mentioned how much they had a disdain for Motley Crue and the sound and like the hair metal scene, but it was basically one of those things where they heard Dr. Feelgood album and they were like, holy
Hmm.
shit, I want an album that sounds like that. They went and got that producer because they knew that they fucked up the mix on Saint or and Justice for All, right? Because
Mm.
there's no bass, and they even talk about how it's just fucking drums and guitar. Uh, and Rock really produced them on the Black Album and throughout all of that. And but you see how he had to work with them, but they actually had like a psychologist, a group psychologist, and someone that was like an intermediary and a coach and all of this shit and writing all these weird mantras on the wall. But this is during the time that at the beginning, Hetfield was basically coming to the end of his addiction and battle. And there was a long period in between because it started to record. The recording started at the Presidio in San Francisco, and there was a long break. He got clean and sober, and they like had to reconvene as a group. And like one of the things that he came to grasp with his sobriety was the whole Jason Newsted incident. You know what I mean? Jason,
Yeah.
and the way that he had to deal with coming to grips with all of that because of, how sick he was with his addiction. Um, so yeah, it's interesting in that aspect of it, but as a rock group and then hearing the sound of how like it just didn't sound well in my opinion. It's like at that point I was like I can't. And then the next album that came out after that was Death Magnetic, and I'm like, I don't like this either. Like, it's like, nah. Metallica is, like I said, Kill 'Em All through and Justice for All.
Garage Days. Even garage the yeah.
No, I mean, I'll go through Injustice for All, man. Like, in like, I will say that those are the ones that I hold as canon as far as the sacred, right? And then like just like I'll say this as a hip hop fan and as someone who holds Ice Cube as their number one point, 1A, 1B, right? Because I can never say there because Scarface is up there and Reggie's up there. But Ice Cube for me after Lethal Injection, no more. Like those, I mean, America's Most Wanted, of course, all of the shit that he did and wrote before that for Ruthless Records, but America's Most Wanted, Kill It Will, Death Certificate, and The Predator are perfect fucking albums. Well, at least those first three. The Predator, absolutely produced by Muggs. That's a perfect fucking album. And then Lethal Injection is a solid album, but doesn't have the feel as much for it. But after he really started getting into Hollywood and he did like Players Club was next, and he came out with We Be Club and his cadence and his voice changed, and also some of what he was saying. And it was, I mean, I love West Coast Connection, don't get me wrong,
Hmm.
as a group, but as a solo artist, right? It's just Ice Cube for me, like, again, illest, one of the illest, but
Hmm.
like I I see the holes and the flaws where I look at, artists that are consistent and everything like that. And it's like Metallica, like they were good until, right, in my opinion. And I think everybody probably has that opinion on their favorite artists. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh, for sure.
But also, I do want to let everybody know that depending on, I think I'm going to wait until tomorrow because I got to do some work too. Um, I'm going to be doing an all be real set. And when I mean all be real, I'm going to be all be real. And it doesn't mean just Cypress Hill. We're going to be focusing on, and it's probably going to take me a couple of days to do this because I'm going into his entire catalog, independent catalog, his collaborative catalogs, and everything that he's done in other groups. Like, I am going to be doing a series of mixes that are going to be I'll be real, and then I'm going to be doing a series of mixes that are all Ryu. We're going to get into this B-Boys
Hell yeah.
Underground exclusive mixes, and I don't know. Becca, who's your Oklahoma people playing this weekend? She just looked at me stupid.
We're out of it, fam.
You're out of it. That's right. So it's over for you. Like there's no more like
Oklahoma football
even
is done.
done.
We're heading into portal
Off season.
season.
Got it.
Portal giveth, the portal taketh away.
Understood. My bad. Again, my
My
Bearcats were
Rams are
in.
still in it.
Yeah, your Rams are, man.
My Rams are
And
still in it.
congrats and salute to your Rams, man, because of
Yeah.
Stafford and Puka and Burrow now and all of these other people like finally doing some things. Like I want a
Right?
Super Bowl. So this Super Bowl week for me in
I
one of the
needed them to do
leagues.
this shit sooner,
And yeah.
but it's
But
okay.
I'm gonna say, you know, uh, do you have any good plans for this weekend?
Mm, not so much this weekend. I just got regular shit to do this weekend.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Adulting and lifing, right?
Mhm.
Well, what I'm gonna be doing is spending some time, continuing to spend some time with my family and enjoying that. And working on some advertisements for Ryu and of course
Hell
Be
yeah.
Real.
Hell
And of
yeah.
course, you might know us podcast because we've got the last sesh or podcast before the new year. And
Hell
join
yeah.
us this Monday. And hopefully everybody can join us and tap in and tell everybody because I got some wild shit planned for y'all on the end of the year.
Look out.
This is the end of the year. I don't know. We'll see. Hey, look, keep it positive, keep pushing, keep persevering. I'm Ghost Boogie. That is
Yeah, I'm over here. I'm Becca.
Becca Boo.
I have
It's
thoughts.
Becca Boo. Yeah, Becca has thoughts. And look, if you're looking for a thought, she has plenty of them. Whatever
Stupid.
type of thought you want. If you're in the local Oklahoma area and you need a thought,
Yo, let's listen. People are gonna think you're fucking serious.
anyway, big thoughts, little thoughts, small shots, thoughts, all shapes and sizes. He's got thoughts for you.
Wow.
Fuck around and find out. Anyway, we are the usual suspects. This is the You Might Know Us podcast. You are the usual suspects. We love you. Stay in the present, not in the past, not in the future. Right here, right now. That's all you got. And fuck that song about the song right here, right now that we had to listen to nonstop on MTV. watching that motherfucker talk about the wall coming down in Germany because the throat goat saved us from communism. And with that, we out. Peace.